Okay, so this is the second part of the indices video. Uh, in the first part, what we had done was we had studied all these laws, these rules of indices. In detail, we had studied these three laws and then the subsequent laws. I hope you have seen the first part of this series. If you haven't, please go and visit that video. In this part, we'll be doing only the questions. These questions are taken from Selena textbook. This textbook is for ICSA board class 9 students. The exercise is exercise 7A. But even if you are from some other board and you are interested in revising indices, this lecture will be good for you. Okay, let's start. So the first question is 3 cube into 243 raised to power minus 2 by 3 into 9 raised to power minus 1 by 3. See, you can note this question down and step by step we'll go to the other screen and do this question. So the question is 3 cube into 243 raised to power minus 2 by 3 into 9 raised to power minus 1 by 3. Okay, this seems to be a tough question, but we'll take it step by step. So this is 3 cube. 243 I can write as 3, 9, 27, 81, 243. So 243 I can write as 3 raised to power 5. So I'll write 243 as 3 raised to power 5, and outside I have minus 2 by 3. Multiplied by 9 I can write as 3 square, and outside I have minus 1 by 3. Yeah, I hope this is clear. Now if you look at the third law that we had studied last time, I'll just show you the third law that we had studied and you'll understand our approach to this question. Look at this law. This a raised to power m, outside there is m. This is equal to m into n. This m and n get multiplied. So this rule will be applying here. Here. How will we apply this? This and this. How will we apply this? I'll write this multiplied by this and this multiplied by this. So again 3 cube into 3, 5 multiplied by minus 2 by 3. Yeah, multiplied by 3, 2 gets multiplied by minus 1 by 3. I hope you understand. This would be equal to 3 cube into 3. If I multiply these two numbers, I get minus 10 upon 3. And if I multiply these two numbers, 2 into 1 by 3, I get 3 raised to power minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3. Now what do I do? The bases are same. So I'll be applying this law. Which law? I'll be applying this law. This one. Because the bases are same. So I have A into A, and I can have a corollary of this. So the corollary of this would look something like this. It would look like something like A raised to power m into A raised to power n into A raised to power, let us say p. This would be equal to A raised to power m plus n plus p. So this whole would be equal to 3 raised to power 3 minus 10 by 3 minus 2 by 3. And once you solve this, you will get the answer. So try to solve this. So as you can see, I took the LCM etc. here, and my answer is minus 1. So this is 3 raised to power minus 1. You can leave the answer here, or this can be written as 1 by 3. This would be the final answer. I hope it is clear. Let us move on to the second question that we had. Just note down the second number. Just note down the second question and we'll start. Okay, so this is our question. Now, how do I solve this? Again, my basic approach remains the same. I'll write this as 5 raised to power minus 4 into this 125 can be written as 5 cube, and outside I have 5 by 3. divide by this 25, I can write 5 square, and outside I have minus half. So this 5 raised to minus 4, again the law that I'll apply is a raised to m n is equal to a raised to m into n. This is the same as we have done previously. So this would be equal to, see, when I multiply these two, I hope you understand that this is equal to 3 into 5 by 3. So this will be equal to 5 raised to power 5 divided by 5. Now, when I multiply these two, it will be like 2 into minus half. This would be equal to minus 1. So divide by 5 raised to power minus 1. So once I reach here, I have a multiply here and I have a divide here. Now, if you remember your previous classes maths, the rule that I have is BODMAS. This is the bracket, this is off, this is division, this is multiplication, this is addition, this is subtraction. I hope remember this. This is bracket, this is off, this is division, this is multiplication, this is addition, and this is subtraction. So out of this is the way in which I'll be solving questions. So between division and multiplication, I need to do division first. So I'll be doing this operation first. This will remain the same. So this is 5 raised to power minus 4 into, this is 5 raised to power 5. Division is, I replace this division by multiplication and I take a reciprocal of this number, this whole. When I replace division by multiplication, I take a reciprocal of whole of this, and this would be equal to 5 raised to power minus 4. Now, see, an easier way in which I can solve all this is, I'll tell you the easier way of solving all this. Let me make some space here. The easier way of solving whole of this is that I apply this law. The first law that I have. The first law that I have is a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. And how do I apply this? Basically, what I'll be doing is I'll be using this rule number 1 and rule number 2. How will I use that? These two, just have a look at here. So these two are multiplication, this and this is multiplication. So this is 5 raised to power minus 4 plus 5, and this is in the division. I'll write this as this only. This is equal to 5 upon 5 raised to power minus 1. So I can apply the second division rule. The division rule was a raised to power m upon a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m minus n. This is the law. So I can write this as 5, or this is raised to power m is raised to power 1. There is an invisible 1. So this will be equal to 1 minus 1. This will be equal to 5 raised to power 2. So 5 raised to power 2 is the final answer. I hope you have understood. Let's move on to the third question. The third question says 27 upon 125, 2 upon 3 into 9 upon 25 raised to power minus 3 by 2. Again, I request you to note this question and we'll start solving this. Okay, so this is the question. See, one general advice to you is that whenever you see negative in the power or the exponent, one of the easier way of solving all these questions is by applying this rule, that a raised to power minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to power m. Where do I get this rule? If you have seen my previous video, in the previous video, this is where we had discussed this. That a raised to power minus n is equal to 1 upon a raised to power n. Usually what happens is that dealing with negative powers at times become tricky. So the good option is to apply this rule and take a reciprocal of whatever number is there, because I can write this whole of this as 1 upon a raised to power m also. And if you ask me how do I get this, again I'll refer to the rules that I had discussed in my previous video. The rules were like this. This is the rule that I'm talking about, that whole of a upon b raised to power some power is equal to a power m b power m. Now this rule will work in this way also and this way also. Both the ways it is the same because the rule remains the same. And if you see, last time we had taken an example also that 3 upon 7 raised to power 5. We had seen this to be equal to 3 raised to power 5 upon 7 raised to power 5. All I'm trying to tell you is that I can reduce this to this, and if I have something like this, I can reduce this to this. It works both ways. Indices frankly needs a lot of practice. The more you practice, the better it is. So I can write this as 27 upon 125 whole power 2 upon 3. So basically this rule is a reciprocal rule. Whenever I get a negative as a power, the number will be reciprocal of itself. So 27 upon 9 whole power 3 by 2. This negative has made a reciprocal of this number, and this is what we have done. Now, if you look carefully at this number, I can write this as 27 raised to power 2 by 3 upon 125 raised to power 2 by 3 into 27 raised to power 3 by 2 upon 9 raised to power 3 by 2. Yeah. Now, in the numerator, what I can do is I can write this as 27 raised to power 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2 whole upon 125 2 by 3 into 9 raised to power 3 by 2. How could I write this? Okay. How could I write this as this? Because I used this rule. Let me show you the rule. I used this rule. I used this rule. A raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. A bit complicated topic, but we need to learn it anyways. So I need to add these two. Let us add these two. Okay, so when I add these two, 2 by 3 plus 3 by 2, this is equal to 13 by 6. And I can write this as 27 raised to power 13 by 6, 125 raised to power 2 by 3 into 9 raised to power 3 by 2. Now, as you can see, we are almost in the heart of the dinosaur. We need to solve this. And I'll tell you how I'll be solving this. I'll be writing 27 as 3 cube. I hope you get it, that how can I write this as 3 cube. And what I'll be doing is I'll be writing 125 as 5 cube, and I'll be writing this 9 again as 3 cube. So please note down this term so that we can start resolving this further. Okay, so let's move to the next screen. So this is the monster that we had got, and we were trying to unwind this. So I can write 27 as 3 cube raised to power 13 by 6 and 125 as 5 cube raised to power 2 by 3 and 9 raised to power 3 by 2 as 3 square raised to power 3 by 2. I hope you also got this answer. So this, I can multiply this and this. When I multiply this and this, I get 3 into 13 upon 6. 3 into 13 upon 6. And in the denominator, when 3 gets multiplied by 2 by 3, this 3 and this 3 cancels. And 2 is multiplied by 3 and 2. This 2 and this 2 cancels off. So I get 3 raised to power 13 by 2 and 5 raised to power 2 and 3 cube. So now I can group these two. So 13 by 2 minus 3 upon 5 square. And when I solve this, I get 7 by 2 upon 5 square. Now, there's a small thing that I wanted to add. Now, if you are an ICSE student and you are trying to compare the final answer with the answer given in your textbook, you will notice that there's a small mistake that I have done here. In your textbook, it is written 9 by 25. So this number is actually 25. So, but I hope you'll understand how these kind of questions can be solved. So there would be a small difference in the answer that you have got. And if you're not an ICSE student and you are just trying to practice this, this doesn't matter to you. Okay. So yeah, this is the mistake that I did. When copying, I copied this as 27. Okay, it's okay. So the next question, 7 raised to power 0 into 25 raised to power minus 3 by 2 minus 5 raised to power minus 3. Again, note it down and let's start. Okay, so let's solve this. See, one of the easiest thing that you can do is, without much of a thought, sin raised to power 0 should be 1 into. Another thing that I will like to do that I had done in the previous question was, I will try to forget about this minus sign. I can forget about this minus sign if I take a reciprocal of this number. So the reciprocal of this number is 25 and I'll raise that 25 to this power 3 by 2. So basically what this minus does is it takes the number inside the bracket. It makes this number the reciprocal. I hope you have understood. So for example, if it is 2 raised to power minus 1, what this minus will do is it will make this 2 get into its reciprocal mode. This is what it will do. And if this was 2 raised to power minus 3 by 2, so what this minus will do is it'll take this number inside to its reciprocal. So the numerator, it will make the numerator as a denominator. 3 by 2. So minus, again, I can write this as 5 cube. Okay. So this 25, I can write it as 5 square. Outside I have 3 by 2. And this is 1 upon 5 cube. I hope you have understood that this 1 into, I have ignored this part. This is of no value now. So now again I can multiply 2 and 3 by 2. When I multiply 2 by 3 by 2, I will get 5 cube minus 1 upon 5 cube. So the answer would be 0. This would be the final answer. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, let's start the fifth question. So again, as I've been doing in the earlier questions also, what I'll do is I'll be using this negative first. This negative I'll use to take a reciprocal of this number. 81 upon 60. I've taken the reciprocal, so this minus vanishes. Raised to power 3 by 4 into 49 can be written as 7 square. 9 can be written as 3 square. Whole power 3 by 2. Divide will be replaced by multiply. Consequently, this number will become its reciprocal, raised to power 2 by 3. I hope you get this logic. Say for example 5 divided by half. So if I write multiply, I'll have to take a reciprocal of this number. And if it is 5 divided by 2, then if I make this divide as multiply, then I'll have to take a reciprocal of this number. So the same logic I'm trying to apply here. Divide becomes multiply, and therefore this number inside the bracket, I can take the reciprocal of that number. Okay, 81 I can write as 3 raised to power 4. 16 I write as 4 square. There is a 3 by 4 which is waiting outside into, I can write this as 7 raised to power 2 into this 3 by 2 whole upon 3 raised to power 2 into 3 by 2 into 216. I can write as 2 cube into 3 cube, 2 cube into 3 cube whole power 2 by 3 upon 343 can be written as 7 cube. So 7 cube into 2 by 3. So let me make some space here and you can carry on the simplification. Okay, so let me take you through how I have simplified this further. So see what I've done. This 3 raised to 4 into 3 by 4, this is what I have written here. Upon 4 square, this 2 gets multiplied by this 3 by 4. This is what I have written here. Then this 2 and 2 cancels. This will get cancelled. This will be 7 cube I have written here. This 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So this 3 cube I have written here. This 2 cube will get multiplied by 2 by 3. That I have written here. This 3 cube will get multiplied by 2 by 3. This is what I have written here. And this 3 into 2 by 3, this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled, and this is what I have written here. Now, if I look at this, this is what will happen. This 4 and this 4 will get cancelled. I'll get 3 cube. This 2 will get cancelled by this 4. I'll get 3 by 2. This 3 will get subtracted from this 2 and I'll get 7. This 3 cube is written here. This 3 and this 3 cancels, so this is 2 square. And this 3 and this 3 cancels and I have 3 square. So this 3 cube and this 3 cube will get cancelled. This will remain, this is here. This is 2 raised to power, this is 2 raised to power 2. This 2 raised to power 2 is 4. And I have a 4 3 by 2 in the denominator. If you understand the logic, this will be equal to 1 upon 4 3 by 2 minus 1. And that is why I have written 4 raised to power half here. And this 3 square is 9. So 7 is accounted for. This is accounted for. This is accounted for. This is accounted for. So I have 9 7 is 63. This is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. And the final answer is 13.5. So this is the answer that we have got. And in this lecture, we have done these 5 questions. As you can see, the questions are pretty involved. You may have to look at the video again if you are weak at indices. I hope you will join me in the subsequent parts of this series where I'll be doing these questions. Question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5, 6. See you next time. Thank you.